this one is from the Effington household to yours. And okay, I knew we were going to be getting a couple checks today, or I thought we would. So I went ahead and opened them so I could add them in. But look at the pictures. Isn't this cool, the whole thing? And then see the pictures on the wall are theirs. I think that is so cool. And this was a donation for, and this is why I like this too. It says on the front, attention, accounting kitty. So I had to pass that on to Anani, and there was the donation in there for the general fund. And then there's this one here, which is, I like this too. Oh, you're just a little pesteroo. See the return address label? It has Halo is on there as their kitty picture. See, this is just miniature of what I have to deal with on my desk half the time. And he's part of it. Or Seraphina.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness, Seraphina is like an octopus. It's just like all over you. I have become a very good typer with the keyboard under, I mean, you know, the drawer that you put your keyboard in, with it shut under it and just type underneath. I've become quite good at that. Aw, check this out. It says Merry Christmas, FFRC. Look at that, isn't that cute? And this is from Peggy and Bernie G. Peggy and Bernie G. from New York. Pants, I'm just, oh, yowzer. Oh, I swear I get 50 holes in me a day. And Mudgy, if you could put, there's a donation for the rescue center from Bernard and Peggy. And it says, a time of sharing, a time of giving, a time of believing. May the spirit of Christmas be with you all year. Merry Christmas, Peggy and Bernie G. from New York. And look at their cat, Halo. The Halo is looking at, it looks like an iPad. And I do believe that Halo is, watching the rescue center. I can't tell you how many emails I get with people's cats watching us. It just cracks me up. And Mudgy, if you could put too that there is this donation. Yeah. Thank you, Severin, for putting that up there. And then we have a letter. And it's Merry Christmas from our family to yours and all the volunteers who love and take care of all the kitties. The picture is Halo, our 9-year-old calico, who our son rescued at the age of 1. As you can see, Halo loves to watch FFRC just as much as we do. Whenever the iPad comes out, Halo wants to watch the kitties. We don't know yet which kitty is her favorite. We always had dogs while our son and daughter were growing up, and we rescued our first cat, who we loved for 11 years until he passed. The reason I'm telling you this is because just by watching and telling us about the first ingredient, be chicken, Halo's fur is beautiful and soft, no more dry skin. We value the information given us and also the chatters about taking care of Halo. Halo is our baby and we love her so much. Oh, that's really nice. We would like to see more of your husband, Steve, on FFRC. God bless you. I will tell him that. Jackie and Steve, keep up the good work you do for all the kitties. Enclosed is a donation for FFRC. You know, Steve may not be out here all the time, but he's my bestest supporter in the whole wide world. Yeah. So thank you very, very much. I love this picture of Halo watching FFRC. Okay, we're going to put that together. And we also have this. Oh, well, let me double check and make sure this is one that we're supposed to do here. Oh, I love this card. And it says, no animals were harmed during the making of this Christmas card. But see the scratch marks? And it says the photographer, however, is in serious but stable condition and may be able to leave the hospital by New Year's. Merry Christmas from CJ Cat. CJ is a wonderful person. Her first name is Carolyn. And CJ has been a webcam supporter, FFRC supporter for a long time. She was actually one of the actually, I think she was the very first visitor here that was a webcam viewer. When one of us gets our hands empty, we could tape up the cards, but not right now. You have a precious cargo there. And CJ Mudgy, CJ also sent a donation for the rescue center, and it says here, I've enclosed 2 checks. Oh, I've enclosed 2 checks. One is in memory of my sweet Twinkle. The second is to cover handling and postage to remail my Christmas box to Hannah. Thank you. I know this requires extra work for you or a volunteer, but I feel an urgency to get it to her. The box has been mailed and should arrive, and it has arrived, CJ. And CJ tells me what it is, but Hannah might be on, so we can't say. But I will get that mailed to Hannah. And CJ, I appreciate your donation for Twinkle. You know, CJ's sister is Hetty, and do you remember? Yes, yeah. CJ's one of our Earth Angels, and Hetty, her sister, is also a donator to the rescue center.
And going to New Zealand, and we can't manage to meet up.
No, that would be awful.
We tried, but they don't know they won't release the itinerary because it's a big secret. So she doesn't know. So, yeah, we did try.
This is a card for Steve and me, and it's from Sandra D.E., so I'll take that in and open that with Steve tonight. But Sandra, thank you for that. And this is from Pepe Le Pew. Let me just make sure that's not my mom. I don't have myself there. No. I think she'll leave a message. This is from Pepe Le Pew. Aww.
That was nice. Not like that.
The eyes are real big. It says, for your general fun, yay. Kisses to Raza and Kiera. Love, Pepe Le Pew, Gail J. from California. Thinking of you with warm wishes for a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And this is also for our general fund. So I've got to add those checks into that. And we have one more. And then we're going to go get our total.
Big drum roll. Got your iPad?
Yeah, I gotta go get it. This is from Painted Daisy. Painted Daisy, you asked me last night if we got this. We didn't, but we got it today. Painted Daisy is from New York. And I think we're gonna have to open it this way. We were working on some mailings today, and we had, of course, lots of them here in the U.S., but we had United Kingdom and Germany and South Africa, Italy. It was absolutely mind-boggling. I meant to tell my mom that. She always likes to hear. She always says, I just can't believe that. It always makes me laugh. Okay, so this is from our friend Painted Daisy. It's for, I think, all of us here. Wonder if Painted Daisy's on. The fat envelope. Oh, look at this. Well, first off, there's the milk rings. Have you guys ever taken the milk rings off and given them to your kitties? The cats love them. Aw, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 milk rings. Jackie, please use the enclosed as you see fit. Aw, thank you for who you are and all that you do. Much love. June K, who is Painted Daisy. Here. And there's another check from Painted Daisy, and we're going to put this in our general fund. She said we can do it with Zephyr, so we're going to add that. And there's also 2, yes, thank you. There's 2 Walmart gift cards. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There are a bunches of little stuff that we have to sometimes go get and replenish. So this is what will help us with that. So I appreciate that, Painted Lady. And it says here, the meaning is found in the little acts of kindness that spring from the heart. And yeah, this comes off. And it's a little plastic thing. Isn't that neat? I like this. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Oh, I know. Are you helping me? These are the little things I carry sometimes in my purse. And it says, for all the ways you give and care and make such a difference. Thank you. Painted Daisy, thank you for that. And thank you for your donation and the Walmart cards. We will definitely put those to good use. So, does anybody here want to know, before we get into, well, you know what? I did something on the way home from the movies I want to show you. I like to, sometimes people, here's your milk crates. Sometimes people don't realize what all is involved. Yeah, I'm going to add that to it, KB. All the things that are involved in running a rescue center. You know, and you guys have been awesome, absolutely phenomenal, helping us with the different events that have helped us cover the medical things. But, you know, I got thinking, you know, unless you're right here dealing with this all the time and helping to see all the bills and all that, it's sometimes hard to realize what all is involved in running the rescue center. And so that drawer that's underneath the microwave over there, like where Janet's at, every time you see me get into that and get something out of it, that cost us money beyond the normal amount that we put in a cat. I have, in June's room, we have 2 locked, now is on 2 different pain meds. One of them is in a tiny little thing. It's only about this big. It's probably about as big as from my fingernail knuckle up, and it's maybe half that size. That is like a $30 amount right there. So there's not very much in there, and it doesn't go very far, but it's a very, very effective pain med that we have to have. We also use Medicam here, but the thing with Medicam is with cats, it's different than dogs. We have to space it out. It's very, very important in how we give Medicam. But Medicam, the one size that we get, that alone is $160. So these things are not cheap. We were what I call undressing a box of syringes today. A box of syringes, you know, they come in, it looks like there's lots and lots and lots of them, but then by the time you take off the paper wrap that's on them, you get a box that's about this big. Those are like $35 for the box, and every single cat here, every single time it gets an injection, it gets a new syringe and a new needle. We don't reuse our needles. Sometimes I will reuse the syringes. That's okay if it's used, cleaned appropriately. But the needles and those syringes that I pull out of that red-orange cabinet, those are all brand new sterile. We use 1s and 3s. So, and yeah, those are the biggest two. So those are one of the things. And then I was thinking, well, what's something different that you don't maybe even think of all the time? Like our clippers that we use here, which I hope we get to use them tomorrow. We got to do our clippers.
Dressing time.
Yep, it's time to get naked time for Rachel. Is the head that's on there are $35 to $40 a piece. Those heads don't last very, very long, and it's not worth it to get them sharpened on these. It costs almost as much to sharpen them for a very, very little turnaround time than it does just to get a new head on it. And then not only that, but the battery packs that go in them are $40 a pack. We use it's a specialty one. It's actually the handle of the clippers. Excuse me. We use a Wall Arco SE. There he is. He's going to lick himself. This is what we have to replace, and this is what we have to replace. So this shaft that we have, I've used this for many, many, many years. So we just have to replace that head, and because they do get dull, and it is not worth it to sharpen that. What's that?
How long is the fundraiser going on?
It's Sunday night is the last Sunday night. And then the battery pack is something that we have to replace. We do recharge these all the time, but after a while they don't keep the charge. So we do have to keep replacing that as well. I thought I saw another question on there. I might have missed it. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep track of that. And then I also spent a little bit of time today, thank you, figuring up the cost. Oh, nail clippers? Yep, we use nail clippers. We use the kitty nail clippers. These are relatively inexpensive, but it's still a cost. These probably cost me $4, $5, and this one is just about ready to bite the dust. They clip. When we clip hundreds and hundreds of nails, they do get dull after a while. But this is the thing that I sat down today and figured out. Yeah, you can use people nail clippers too, but remember we cut a lot of adult nails, and if they only cost $4 or $5, and they'll last for a good amount of time. And just like Bella, her toenails, oh my gosh, she's got the thickest toenails. Powder, his toenails you almost have to take a saw to. They're just really tough. So, but today I sat down and I did a little paperwork because I wanted to share this. I have always said for years that we have in every single kitty here and every single cat, from the time they come in, to get the initial amount of things in that we require of ourselves to do for the cats is like $300. But I'm sorry, babe. I figured it up today, and it's actually almost $350. It's bumped up. I hadn't refigured that for a number of years. But this is what, when a cat comes in, this is what we do. Many of you already know this, but we have a lot of new people, so I'll just do this again. When they first come in, really honestly, the first thing I do is pop a Capstar in them. A Capstar is a quick 24-hour quick flea kill pill. Every single kitty that comes in gets one. That way, even if there's one flea on them, that baby's going to be dead. We don't want fleas in here. We don't have fleas in here. So they get that, and at the same time, to help wash it down, they get their first warmer. And then that same day, once in a while, I don't do it till the next day, they get their first leukemia, FIV, and heartworm test. And then in the course of a very short time, they get their bath, and their bath requires a special shampoo that kills fleas, and it also kills lice. We get a fair share of our kitties that come in with lice, and we want those gone too. So the shampoo is another item that costs. And then they get their first distemper vaccines, and depending on their age, they will get their first leukemia vaccine as well. And then during the course of the time that they're here, the things that we want to do to every cat here is we'll do the Capstar, we'll do the first worming. 2 weeks later, they get a second worming. 2 weeks later, they get a third worming. They get their first distemper vaccine. 3 weeks later, they get a second vaccine, distemper vaccine. As soon as they're 10 weeks old, we give their first leukemia vaccine. 3 weeks later, we give their second leukemia vaccine. Then that vaccine is done. We don't repeat that one. When they come in, they get their FIV and leukemia test. 4 weeks later, we repeat that leukemia and FIV test. I'll never not do that one. That's very, very important. They also get physical from our vet. They also get their neutering. They get their flea prevention every single month that a cat is here. They get their flea prevention. Their spay and neuter itself is not cheap at all. When we do our spay and neuter clinics here for our rescue center, one of the reasons we do it here is because it's cheaper for us to do it here, and we can do a mass amount. But when we have to take them to the vet clinic for those things, it's a lot more, to the point sometimes when I have to gulp. Even though it still is discounted, but compared to what we do here, it's a lot cheaper. So that's the distemper. Oh, and then 3-4 times a year, we go through the whole shebang of kitties, and our vets want us to do a Panicure treatment on them. And that's a broad spectrum wormer. It's not cheap at all, but we do it 3 days in a row. That's sometimes the white stuff you see me adding into their breakfast dish. It's impossible to go through everybody here and give their own individuals. So we figure up a bulk weight, add a little bit extra, and then put that in their food. So it works. We've done it for years. Our stool samples are always negative, and it works. And then in addition to that, anything ear mite medication they may have, but it's rare that any cat comes in here in pristine health. I mean, it's just almost unbelievably not heard of. So that means that on top of it, which is not included in the $350, there's antibiotics, anti-inflammatories that might have to be done. There's wound care on a lot of them. There's just a wide menagerie of different things that go into that. So I just thought, since we're in this fundraising program, I would hit on some of the medical things tonight. And then one of these days this week, we'll kind of hit on insurance and utilities, things like that too. Yeah, the Feliz Navidad is, actually it helps me with all of the medical things, DeWitt. Yeah, the supplies come from the general fund. Yes. You want to go in there and get it off of my printer? And so, there he goes. So, syringes and vaccines, those are probably a toss-up. I mean, those are probably a toss-up. I sometimes kind of hit and miss on where the money is better at to help support that. There isn't any in there? Okay, where the printer is, the door underneath it, open that up and look down in there and you'll see some paper in there. Okay, so are we ready to go see what our amount is? I'm ready if you guys are ready. Maybe nobody wants to see. Yes, you are ready. Let me go get. It'll take me a couple minutes because I got to add in the checks too. Oh, yeah, I gotta go to the meeting. Okay, all right. All right.
Wait, you're awake. 6:30.
Okay, tomorrow? Okay, all right. Da-da-da-da. But before I show you this, I forgot to do this. This is this little bottle here, which is only 10 mLs. It makes, oh, that's not very much. That's half the size of this. This bottle itself is $238. And I'm going to need like 3 of them. I just realized how little that was. I thought it was a 20 ml. So they don't go far. And that's something else to do tomorrow. Yeah, would you? The Caesars. Okay. All right. Da 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 da. It's different kind of antibiotic. It's a sub-Q antibiotic. We're going to try it on a couple of our sneezers our vets recommended. Yeah, okay. Da, 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 da. Does anybody remember what last night's was? Yay! Last night, yesterday, it was 3,226. 3,226. Just 24. You guys, I love you guys. It's not that high though. So today it is, ta-da! 5,967. That's only $33 away from 6,000 smackaroos. So there it is so far. You guys are just cool. It's close enough to 6,000 we can say 6,000. Isn't that awesome? Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Yes, thank you all to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are awesome. You know what this means?
Singing ragtime out there.
Yeah, you know what he's going to do? He's going to say, I demand more salmon. I'm going to have to take him another one out.
No, that is Jackie having fun with the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got my eyes near. I haven't got my hands near an iPad.
Oh, yep.
It's all Jackie.
It's right down here. And this is because you guys do this for the rescue center. You let me lean on you, and that's pretty cool. We do not have to pay state sales tax here on anything, so anything that we order or whatever, yeah, just we better.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'll just go and get it.
Yeah, and then wash your hands. Yeah, wrap them.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, who did that? Thank you, D-Lo. He says, I love you guys. So I love this. I love this. I love this. This is what makes all of this work for us. Yeah. There might be. There might be. Excuse me, guys. And again, you know, I always want people to realize if you can't do it financially for us to help us, it's okay. I never, ever, ever, ever want to ever ask more than what anybody could ever do. Trust me, I've been and actually am right now. You know, Steve doesn't have a job. I understand where you guys are coming from. But there's lots of things that we can still do. The moral support you all give me holds me up. It really does hold me up. There are some days that I just go crazy. Today was a weird day. We didn't have our, oh gosh, that was kind of funny. We didn't have electricity here, and that monitored, or that was also with the router that affected the cam. And I was just kind of kidding about not paying the electric bill, and then we didn't have electricity. So that was kind of weird. Yeah, but, you know, the moral support, the prayers you guys give us, the clicks, the votes, all of these kind of things are so important to me. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Tilly Cat. Thank you. See, that's cool. Yeah. You know, and that was kind of scary, though, when that first went out, because I was in there. It was right in here when all of a sudden the room went dark, and it's like, electric bill. It's like, oh, no.
He's an apprentice baker already.
What's that?
He's kneading, so he's an apprentice baker already.
So later this week, we will go over what the utilities are here and the insurance, things like that. So you get a different kind of view of what happens here.
I love you, darling. I do. I really do.
The new kitty's going to be called Gent for magenta because they do look quite a lot alike. Wow. Yes, I know.
You're
He's got a
gorgeous.
very icky right eye. He's got some junk
He's
going on in
purring his
here.
little head off. He's purring his arm.
And actually, while he's here, we can give him his information. We can give him his
There you go. Hey, you got lots
medicine.
of fans out there. Yes, you got lots of fans out there. Yes, you have.
Well, I
darling.
just feel like I need to show justification of what our needs are. But that's Tilly Cat. I appreciate that.
Oh yes. Oh, you got. A good pair
We're
of
going to
lungs.
probably put him down at about 12 weeks.
But a very small 12 weeks.
He is a very small 12 weeks. I'm hoping we can get this under control.
Hope he's not going to be as tiny as Magenta.
No, so he can get neutered Saturday, but I don't know. We have to see how his chest is.
I don't think so.
We do get discounts for the center, and actually, for the center with the power company, no, they won't. They don't care. No, we have to pay as what anybody else does. Will you be putting that information on the blog? Tippy and Trailer had asked. I'm not sure. I can. I hadn't thought about it. We'll put some of this info on there. We can. Thank you, Tippy. You guys are cool. Yeah, there's so many things that happen that, sometimes people may not realize. Okay, you little worm, let's give you your...
And I'll go. Oh no, do you want me to do that first before I feed him? Or?
Yeah, let's do drugs first.
Okay, and then I'll put him back up there. And I'll feed him.
And